What's going on, people? This is gonna be a response to Bob Lewis. Kind of had my lunch just now, and I I, I don't want to make people feel bad because I wanted to do a lot of contests, but everybody there was like so many contests at the same time that I got overwhelmed. And it happens sometimes, like for some odd reason, everybody reaches a milestone at the same time, and then like not everybody, but a few people, maybe 5 or 6 people, reach a milestone at a certain time, and they're like, "Ooh, you can't do all of them." Well, at least me, I want to, because there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that I just want to support them. So I pick and choose. There may be sometimes where I'll not do their contest because I don't have the time. But then if they throw another one, I make sure I pay attention. I'm like, okay. Or the another. I just want to talk about this in a real quick. Or what happens is I'll be stuck on somebody. Like I'll binge watch somebody, and then all of a sudden they reach a milestone, and then I'm doing the contest because I can't always notice who does what at what time. So sometimes that happens as well. You can't because I can't watch everybody. It's like I try to remember everybody. That's why I say comment on people's videos because then at least people will remember it. You're like, oh, I forgot. I gotta go check his channel out, and that's why I try to comment on people's videos because it helps. It helps them come back to your channel. Keep them fresh in your mind and stuff like that. Like I talk about a lot, but regardless of that, I did want to do a lot of other people's videos, so that's what happens. So hopefully nobody has bad feelings over those things that I have done. Even I'm gonna throw a contest. I reached the milestone recently, which was 85,000 views on my total channel. I've been doing this a long time. I think I've passed a milestone. Because my first video was released, I believe, in 2008 or 9. So it's been roughly 10 years, over 10 years. So, but back then, I was not really into the cards. Obviously, if you are a veteran on my channel, some veterans still show up here and there. When I do certain videos, they'll show up. They'll say a comment, which I'm glad. I'm glad people still watch my channel there that have been subscribed to me for a long time. So, shout outs to them. They know who they are. And then there's obviously people that have never. You see them a couple times and for a period of time, and then they're gone. I'm rambling on. Sorry, guys. This is a this is a video response to Bob Lewis, and it's an interesting subject. And I also kind of hit this on in my first giveaway. Shout outs to Giuseppe. One was the winner of that contest. And like I said, I'm going to throw a contest soon. Probably either 350 subscribers or 90,000 views, something like that. It may be 330. I don't know. I just have to have the funds because I'm not the type of guy that gives out anything in my personal collection. I'll probably just give you, a bunch of packs so you can open because I like seeing people rip packs. That's me personally, and I don't collect much vintage at the moment. I am starting to get into the vintage, but I haven't really. I have a very small collection. So people that are into vintage are probably not the people that watch my channel that often. So that's here and there. I'm rambling on making this video longer than it should be. So anyway, Bob Lewis, 134 subscriber giveaway. Great guy. Go check him out. And you're the only one that I know that has been throwing a contest at 134. So you're unique in that matter. So anyway, let's get into it. He wanted to talk about what the focus of our collection is and what our future of the collection is. At the moment, I don't have any kids, so I can't pass them down to my offsprings. But what I can do is that I do have some nephews. I do have some small young cousins, and I'm trying to slowly introduce them to the collecting. My older nephew is starting to kind of get into it, but he's not. He has to learn the sport. The main reason is that he doesn't know the rules of the sport, and I try to teach him, but he has you know, he has, I don't want to, he has a learning disability, so it's a little harder for him to pay attention and stuff like that. So it's hard for me to, you know, have patience. I have to have patience with teaching him, and maybe over time, and probably even, you know, play catch with him and stuff like that. Because he doesn't like to do that. You know, he likes to work out a little bit. You know, get him running around. You know, stuff like that. So my younger nephew, he also has a learning disability. Unfortunately, he has autism, and he's very smart. That does not regard to how smart he is, but he does have a little of a OCD personality. He'll do a lot of things repetitively quite often, even though I do it too. I guess I have a small repetitive nature in myself, because I was also nicknamed uh, what was it, Two Tone. Two Tone. That's one of my nicknames. I have many nicknames, by the way, guys. I'm also known as the man with many nicknames. If my personal circle, because there's people that call me different. I'm rambling on. Sorry, guys. Sorry that I'm rambling on. I just drank some coffee and I'm a little hyped. So I guess that's what I feel, that as long as I cultivate somebody that may show some interest eventually, then I could pass it on to them, and they could do whatever they want, because I can't take it to me. I can't take it to the next realm, obviously. So, but what my main focus is my PCs. Obviously, I PC Derek Jeter. I PC a lot of the Yankee stuff. You know, tons of Yankees, especially the Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers. A lot of the players that I do like, you know, stuff like that. A lot of the legends from the Yankee lore. But, you know, obviously, I'm also another team. I collect Washington Nationals, because I'm also an Expos fan, and they're known as the Washington Nationals. But if the Expos come back, which I heard rumors they may come back, I may start collecting them too. So Hall of Famers, people from my teams, and people from like from all the sports, New York sports teams, because I'm from New York. Players that were born in New York, raised in New York, or, you know, known to be living in New York. They just happen to live here now for some odd reason. They like New York or something like that. That's usually, or celebrities or anything like that. Also, I'm getting into Dominican players, Dominican, because I am American Dominican, and that is a pretty good focus on me. I got that idea from Victor Negron, so shout out to him. He's the one that gave me that idea, and I'm kind of collecting in his. He's giving me an inspiration to collect the way he collects, because I do like the way he does it. And, you know, people like similar to him, they're collecting that way. So I can't collect every team. I can't collect every from all my teams. So I collect what I can, and my collection is getting too huge at the moment. You know, when I just started collecting in 2016, that's when I started again. So I still have my old collection. So I haven't moved any of that. And my brother still has a small part of storage that we have. His collection is there too. Our old comic book collection is there. I did move a lot of my old comic collection a few years back, but I kept the ones I wanted. So I still have a small collection of comic books. I collect other things, so I'm running all over the room. I don't collect comic books anymore. Pretty much all I'm collecting now is sports cards again. I don't collect, or just cards in general. I don't collect video games as often as I still do, but it's at a very small rate, not like how I used to do it back in the day. If people from my channel, veterans from my channel, know that I used to collect a lot of video games and a lot of movies, and even music. But I never showed the music that I used to collect, CDs and stuff. But as the digital age started, I'm more of a physical guy, but it's hard. I got to be realistic. I don't have enough room for all that. If I had a mansion, I'll be collecting till I die. I guess I'll be just accumulating stuff. But I don't have that. So what eventually does happen is that I have to condense, sell some stuff off, and focus on one thing. And because cards are so just more easier to store, honestly, that's the reason I got into it again. Is because of the easier to store situation compared to movies, CDs, and games and video games. Because video games, CDs, and all CD media and cartridges, that takes a lot of room. Surprisingly, it does. You think it doesn't, but then eventually it does. So I condensed a lot of video games. I sold a lot of video games off. More movies than anything. I sold a lot of movies. I did have a huge music collection as well at one point, but that got condensed and sold off because, like I said, it's digital stream services for music and the ways you can get music now, as well as video games and as well as movies, kind of defeats the purpose of actually collecting them. Though at this point, if I collect something physical from that media, from the entertainment media, is usually because I have a nostalgic feeling to them, and that's the main reason. Like, I want to get the Sandlot DVD collection set that just recently came out a few months, maybe a month or two ago. So I might get that. You might see that eventually. This video is way longer than I thought it was going to be. This is actually my third take. But I guess that answers your question, and I'm sorry it was a long video, Bob Lewis, but go check him out. If you think my channel is worthy of subscribing, go, do that, please. And yeah, that's all I can say, really, what my focus on my collection is. So again, it's basically my PC players, my PC teams, and my, PC, I guess my PC heritage, and like that, my piece, where I grew up, where I know I'm from, that's another part of my PC. And then what else? The sets that I collect. So any set that I collect, which I'm just collecting the 1979 set, and I'm also collecting the 2015 top set, regular flagship set. Those are all I'm collecting at the moment because, like I said, I have to be pick and choosy about what I do collect. So that's what's going on right now with it. And I hope that answers your question. So I'll see you guys later.